What's goody, Shellitronnn here. You can call me Shells, and I'm back again with a brand new video. And I'm gonna keep it a Bowberry biscuit. I am real excited to get started on this year's draft profile videos on all these players that Panthers could potentially be picking up in this year's NFL draft coming up in just about, a month now. We're gonna start it off with who I believe might be the most exciting player in the first round of this draft. Now, I'm not going to say that he's the best player, or maybe even not the most talented player, or the most valuable player, but I think that this guy right here is the most exciting player available, not only in the first round, but in the top 10 picks of this round. And I'm talking about none other than my man Kyle Pitts, the tight end out of Florida. There is not much you can say about Kyle Pitts that has not been said about some of the greatest of tight end prospects to come out of college. The man is 6'6", 250, and he's fast as hell. The dude is basically Cam Newton playing tight end, but just a little bit more athletic, just a little bit faster than the man. This dude, Kyle Pitts, is the truth. He's unguardable. He can put that work on you from the standard hand in the dirt position a tight end normally plays. He can play in the slot and burn your slot corner, maybe even burn your number one corner if you decide to put him on that assignment. Like I said, he's 6'6", 250. He's gonna body these 6'5", 5'11" kind of cornerbacks who aren't as big as him. He is a matchup nightmare. He can run just about every single route, but what makes him so valuable is that not only is he fast, he has great routes, but he's also able to high point the ball from anywhere on the field. Streak up the seams, he can catch that between two defenders. Put him on a slant, he can catch those in traffic through contact. You can put him on a wheel route up the sideline or just a regular ass fade. The man can catch the ball at the highest point against defenders through contact. Kyle Pitts is an absolute demon. Just about any team that does not have a top 3, top 4 tight end should most definitely be in the running for looking at Kyle Pitts and at least seriously considering picking him up. Here's a video of this man running a 4.46 40 at his pro day. I mentioned again, the dude is 6'6", 250. He ran a 4.46 40 at his pro day. The dude is a monster, a nightmare. But since this is a video about the Panthers, I gotta say that although I do really like Kyle, his abilities, his talent, and all things he can bring to this Panthers squad, that could use a player on the inside because we did lose Curtis Samuel. We do have DJ and Robbie. Love both those dudes. But having an extra tight end right there who is decent enough in run blocking, I wouldn't call him one of the best run blockers available, but he is good enough to where you're not like trying to only have him in on passing downs where you get abused on run blocking. He's good enough there that I think he can be on the field for 3 downs. But while Kyle Pitts is amazing, I just don't know if tight end is one of our top needs at the number 8 pick. That is the only thing, one of the only reasons why I think that Kyle Pitts should not really be super high on the Panthers draft board. I mean, look, we all understand he's a guy who probably won't fall past 10, right? So you can't trade down to get him. He might not even go past 6 because the Eagles need somebody. But if he is there at 8, I mean, how can you sit there as the Panthers and not go for one of these O-linemen like Rashawn Slater? Maybe even if Penei Sewell falls down to number 8. I mean, there's obviously the quarterbacks you got to think about. There's some corners you got to think about. So you have O-linemen, you have defensive backs, and you have quarterbacks. You have to think about first before thinking about a tight end. And look, I understand you can have an extremely potent offense. DJ Moore on one side, Robbie Anderson on the other side. You have our other dudes. You have Christian McCaffrey. Then you have a guy like Kyle Pitts. There is literally no way you can double team any member of the team. You can't double team anybody. There's just not enough players on the defense to go around. And with a guy like Kyle Pitts, guess what that does? It opens up the box. It makes that safety or that slot corner have to back on up. You're not going to you ain't going to press him, right? You ain't going to press this man as a slot corner. So go ahead, back on up. And what does that do? Opens the game up for Christian McCaffrey on the ground. Now look, we all understand. I will say this. we do know that right now it's going to be Teddy Bridgewater throwing the ball to these dudes. So while Kyle Pitts is one of the best guys out there, you got to handle the accuracy of Teddy Bridgewater sometimes. But at least he has such good range and such a wide catch radius that this dude can go out and get him, even though Teddy do be throwing him a little bit. I don't like how you throwing him sometimes. But Kyle Pitts is a guy who can definitely mitigate some of the issues that we see with Teddy Bridgewater. The only problem is we have bigger needs than tight end. I like Kyle Pitts. I've been saying for a while that I would not pick him. I've been laughing at people say we should pick him just because we have too many needs at O-line and in the secondary, and there's too many good players that are going to be available on the O-line and in the secondary that I really can't think to myself, the number 8 pick, it's this valuable, and we're going to go ahead and use that on a luxury pick like Kyle Pitts. And even while I'm saying all this, when I look at his numbers, it's hard not to want this dude. It's hard to say, just go ahead and pick him, and we'll figure things out later on in the draft. 2 years ago at Florida, he had 54 receptions for 649 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's pretty damn good. I won't lie to you. This past year, he did even better with Kyle Trask. He had 43 receptions. Less receptions, and he did only play in 8 games. He had a couple of injuries. He had a concussion. I think even during the year, he had a surgery on his nose. So these are numbers that were, I think, either 4 or 5 games less than what he usually would have been playing in this season. But 770 yards and 12 touchdowns. That's what the man who had injuries and a guy who did not play every single game this season. 770, 12 touchdowns. To me, I say, look, bro, you have a monster on the field. The numbers don't lie. They speak for themselves. It's just so tough when you look at the Panthers and you understand that, damn, this team needs an O-line. This team needs a defense that can go up against the NFC South. Kyle Pitts is a very, very good tight end. Any team will be lucky to have a Kyle Pitts. If you're not the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, whoever has Jared Cook right now, if you're not one of those teams, you'll be very lucky to have Kyle Pitts. Just for the Panthers, we have so many other holes that a guy like this, although he's great, we just can't afford to pick him up right now. We have other needs, and it's real tough. You got to pick for what you need, and we don't need a tight end at this level, this high in the draft. And this is the side of me that loves highlight plays, that loves being shown on ESPN and actually getting attention from the national sports media that says, okay, let's think about picking them up maybe. But then again, the side of me that wants to win Super Bowls and wants to have a very good team for years to come that can protect our future franchise quarterback, a thing we have not done in a while. The part of me that wants to win Super Bowls understands that picking a tight end this early in the draft, given our needs, is just not a smart move at all. That's how I feel about it, man. What are your thoughts on Kyle Pitts? Should we pick him? Should we not pick him? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And you already know what to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.